Today is my last day as a 37-year-old. I will be 38 years old tomorrow. One thing that I've done for the last 5 years at least, I always take time to reflect. As I go into the new age, I take time to reflect. I take time to reflect to do a few things. Number one, what did I learn over this past year? What did I learn over the past year that has made me a better person? What have I learned over the last year that made me say, okay, well, no, don't do that anymore? What do I want to happen in this next year in my life? So I just spend most of my day just reflecting and thinking about stuff like that. And I've been doing that for like 5 years. But also in the reflection this time around, I just automatically thought back to whenever I was 19 and 20. Young kid in Atlanta, Georgia. 18 and 19 for sure. In Atlanta, and I would see these 38, 39, 40-year-old men. And a few things used to go through my head when I would see these guys. One thing was, why are they single? Why are they single? Another thing that used to come to my head was, they have to be lonely. They got to be really lonely. This should have been my number one. I used to think, oh my God, they're old. 38, 39, ooh, y'all are old. Y'all are so old. Oh my God. Y'all are like granddaddies. Y'all are like granddaddies at 38, 39, and 40. And then I used to always question, what was it that a 38, 39, 40-year-old seen in an 18, 19, 20-year-old? And I never understood, why would those people want to take somebody in my age bracket serious? Why would you want to date or be in a relationship with somebody in my age bracket? Now, being in those shoes, I absolutely do not think that 38, 39, and 40 is old. It's older, but it's not old. Now, I do say, even at 38, and now this is just my perspective in life. Nobody else has to agree with it, but I don't understand. For me, I don't understand why would somebody in my age bracket get in a relationship with somebody that's 19, 20, 21, unless you want to control the person. That person is still learning life. To me, I personally would not get with someone in that age bracket, even now being 38. The only exception, and this is even pushing it to me, is for a good time. We get together, do what we do for a good time, and you go your way, I go mine. And that's pushing it, where I prefer actually somebody in my age bracket, but a good time is a good time, I guess. We can go with that. And then the last thing, the lonely part. While a lot of people in my age bracket are lonely, they're very lonely. They may be depressed. They may really, really, really deal with a lot being by themselves. But for me, I'm not lonely. Have I had moments of loneliness before? Yes, but I did the work that I needed to do to not be lonely. Where many days I'll leave my office and come to my house, and I do not speak to another person until I go back to work the next day. And I'm okay. I live life and I'm happy with it. I don't come home to anybody. It's not like I'm having anybody over at my house. I'm here by myself in the presence of Steph, and I'm okay. So I'm okay with being lonely. I'm okay with being by myself, and I'm not lonely, I should say. And that comes, once you can master that, it comes with a level of peace, where you're by yourself, and there's such a peace that comes with that you don't want to give it up easily to a person that means you no good. So the number one for me was getting over the loneliness for me. The number two that I can say is being in a place in life where you don't need anybody for anything, meaning for me, I don't need anybody to help me pay my mortgage. I don't need anybody to help me pay a car payment. I don't need anybody to help me pay a utility bill. I don't need anybody to do anything for me at all. That is another thing for me where, you know, I can understand why some people may have gotten in relationships and they got in relationships because they needed a person, whether it was a place to stay, they needed somebody to help them do whatever, or needed somebody for the emotional side of things. You know, if it works for them, by all means do them. But that's not me. I'm not in that headspace. Now, in my younger years, in my 20s, I think I was just jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship like a grasshopper. Where being older, I don't do that. I'm good. And then the last thing that I can say for me, just in a reflection, is I haven't allowed the social constructs of seeing relationships and marriages from my colleagues, my friends, my family. I haven't allowed that to add a level of peer pressure to make me feel that I need to be doing the same thing. I think it's great to see relationships. I think it's great to see love, but I don't allow that pressure of watching them make me feel that I need to be in a relationship at all. And then if I'm being honest in this moment, there's a good bit of relationships that I have come across that if I wanted to, I had the option to mess with one or the other anyway. And while it could be an understanding between them, that's not something that I aspire to have anyway, where I got to worry about if the person I'm with is cheating on me and talking to somebody else anyway. I'm good on that. And then if I'm being honest, I think that relationships and marriages was not about love originally anyway. Do your research. It wasn't about love. It was about two families coming together for a financial benefit and them getting together and making the financial decision to build wealth together. The poor people made it about love because you had nothing to come together for other than love. And if you are a person, and you don't have to be poor, I'm just saying that's what it was back in the day. If you are a person that all you care about is love and you just want to give it a person because of love, then by all means do what works for you. For me, I need more than love. I don't need you to come into my life and say, well, I love you, so let's get together. No, I need you to come with love. I need you to come with loyalty. I need you to come with consistency. I need you to come with goals, aspirations, dreams. I need all of that, you know. And then also, because I've become so okay by myself. Don't get me wrong, I love relationships, though. I love the ideal of one. I would love if one worked out for me. But I've also become so content and so happy by myself that me and the other person that I would happen to get in a relationship with, we would have to see that it is benefiting us both. It benefits us both to be in a relationship as opposed to being single and just having a good time. That's just where I am in life. We would have to really just sit down and say, okay, well, you and I being together, you're gonna benefit this way, I'm gonna benefit that way. And it can't be one-sided. I can't just benefit and they can't just benefit. We both have to benefit in the equation for me to be willing to be in a relationship. But that's just how I am. So I'm enjoying this reflection today as I'm on my last day of 37. I'm really enjoying this reflection. I'm enjoying the man that I see that I've become. And I cannot wait to see what 38 has in store for me as I, embark on this new chapter of my life. Thank you all for paying attention to what I had to say. I wish you all the best. I hope that somebody learned something from what I said. Or thank you for just taking time to listen. And I'm out.